Is it expensive to live in Costa Mesa? Yes, but not as expensive as some of the surrounding areas. I'm Nicole Wiltshire, the realtor who likes to keep it real here in Orange County, and I make all kinds of videos about real estate here in Newport Beach, Costa Mesa, Corona del Mar. If you like learning about real estate in this area, then I suggest that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I publish something new. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the cost of living in Costa Mesa. So if you're not familiar with it, Costa Mesa is a small city that's right next to Newport Beach, which is also a small city. See, Orange County is this metro area that's made up of a bunch of small cities. So it's not necessarily like a big city like San Diego or Los Angeles, where it's a large city with smaller areas that are neighborhoods that have certain names. It's literally like a collection of like small cities, but within a big metro area. And Costa Mesa just happens to be right next door to Newport Beach. It's just south of Huntington Beach. It is west of Irvine. And so it's in a really great location because we're still close to the beach, yet we don't necessarily have the beach zip code. So therefore, the cost of housing is at a little bit of a discount compared to an area like Newport Beach. So in other words, if you like real estate bargains, you're going to love Costa Mesa. So overall, the cost of living in Costa Mesa is about 1.7 times the national average. For comparison, to live next door in Newport Beach, it's about 3.5 times the national average. So again, if you love the Southern California lifestyle, if you love being near the beach, but you want to save money, then you can live in Costa Mesa and it's not going to be quite as expensive as Newport Beach. As an aside, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get beautiful property. I've made another video that you can see in my YouTube channel. I show you how beautiful some of the neighborhoods in Costa Mesa are. So keep in mind, we're just next door to Newport Beach, not quite as expensive, just as cute. So the median home price in Costa Mesa is $1.014 million. So compared to Newport Beach, it's about half. Now remember, that's the median. There are definitely homes in Costa Mesa which are far more than 1.014 million. And if you're lucky, you can find a bargain in Costa Mesa for under $1 million. Probably on the west side of Costa Mesa. Trust me, investors do this all the time. They find properties that are deeply discounted. So if they can do it, you can do it too. Now, if you're looking to rent, the average rent for about a 900 square foot apartment in Costa Mesa is about $2,800 to $2,900 a month. And if you're going to rent a home with a yard, then you're looking at least $4,000 to $5,000 a month. Other cost of living items like gas are going to be expensive usually. Right now, as I'm recording this, there's a lot going on in the world. So right now, gas prices are as high as they've ever been at about $6 a gallon. However, if you own an electric vehicle, then you're in for some rebates and incentives. The state will help you out if you own a hybrid or an electric vehicle. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, then gas prices really aren't going to affect you that much. All right, let's talk about healthcare. So this is really a state-based cost and not so much Costa Mesa, but for healthcare, your costs are going to vary a lot. So if you have an employer, then your healthcare is going to come through your employer. But if you're self-employed like me, then you're probably going to need to buy health insurance on the state exchange covered California. So if you're an individual without a spouse or children, then you can pay as little as $300 to $400 a month. However, if you have a family, maybe 2 spouses, 2 children, something like that, you're going to pay at least $1,000 to $1,200. Now keep in mind, coverage varies a lot, so make sure that you're understanding when you buy health insurance, what your deductible is, out-of-pocket maximum, those types of things. Now, in Costa Mesa, the average grocery cost isn't that much higher than the national average. It's about 5% higher than the national average. And in Costa Mesa, we have still some of the best grocery stores. We have Sprouts, we have Mother's, we have so many fruit and vegetable, like independent fruit and vegetable markets. There are so many options. If you're like me, going grocery shopping doesn't mean just one place. It means like 4 or 5 places, just so that I can get the best stuff And because I live in Costa Mesa, I'm not going to be paying a lot compared to maybe some other cities around us because everything is still pretty affordable. All right, let's talk about utilities. So probably because Costa Mesa has beautiful weather year-round, our utility costs are 10% higher than the rest of the country, or the average of the rest of the country. Costa Mesa is very indoor-outdoor lifestyle. So we keep our windows open, our doors open. The most townhouses, if it was built in the 70s, doesn't even have air conditioning because we just don't need it, except for maybe on some of the hottest days in August and September. During the winter, we rarely use our heating. It's just not necessary. So keep in mind, your utility costs in places like Costa Mesa are going to be significantly lower than the rest of the country because you just don't need air conditioning and heating the way that you would in a place like Texas or Oklahoma or Montana or Arizona or Florida. Okay, let's talk income tax. So California is notorious for having higher income tax. Now, if you're thinking of living in Costa Mesa, if you're financially qualified to live in Costa Mesa, then you're probably going to be paying at least 9.3%. California has 9 tax brackets, and the higher your income goes, it could go up to, I think, about 12% in income taxes. Sales tax, also expensive. It's 7.75%, some of the highest in the country. Now, California has its fair share of problems. I won't deny that, absolutely. However, there are a lot of things in California that just work. This is where your tax dollars go. Yes, California has high taxes. Yes, it's expensive to live around here, for sure. Between state sales tax and state income tax, yeah, you might be paying more than, say, someone in Texas. But there's a silver lining. So property taxes are actually lower than the national average. California's property taxes are about 0.73% when the national average is 1.07%. And that's good if you're buying real estate that is expensive compared to the rest of the country versus areas like Texas that don't have any income tax, but they're really going to get you on that property tax. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I publish something new. And if you're living in Orange County and you're thinking about buying or selling, reach out. Let's talk. I would love to help you.